Trapmore gang, today we are jumping on an aeroplane and going back to Florida. Not Jacksonville this time. No, there is another area of the state of Florida, the Panhandle. They might as well call it the Gang Handle, because there is another city in Florida that is apparently just as wild as Jayville. We're gonna take it back to the O, and I'm not talking about O Block, I'm talking about Orlando, baby. Now, I originally thought the only deadly beefs going on in Orlando were at Disneyland between warring factions of the Mickey Mouse Cobras and the Goofy Gun Busters. But no, it turns out that Orlando is actually the home to a number of tough gangsters and gangster rappers, including the beloved spitter Glock 9. Rappers gotta stop putting numbers in their names. And according to everybody's favorite AI street content generated YouTube channel, Hip Hop Daily, he is potentially facing up to 130 years in jail for his involvement in this street activity. I'm actually not very well informed on the goings on with Glock 9. I'm thinking about doing it as a video on the main channel. I'm thinking about maybe looking into it, uncovering, getting my DJ Vlad on. And I thought, hey, why not take that very first step with you, the Trapmore gang, and watch Hip Hop Daily's video on Glock 9's RICO charge and take a look at just how wild these Orlando rappers can get.
Florida's a crazy state. Over the past 10 years, it's produced some of the biggest rappers in the game. Recently, the state has been cracking down on any rappers who are really living that life. Pooh Shiesty and Polo G were both hit with charges after performing in Miami.
Come on, man. Talking about cracking down on rappers that are really about that life. Polo G, I know he throws up a little GDK once in a while, but really about that life, come on.
But that's nothing compared to what's going on in Orlando between the AFNF and 438 gangs. Rapper Glock 9 and several others involved in this violent war were just hit with Florida State RICO charges related to murders, extortion, and racketeering. Glock 9 is a rapper from Orlando, Florida, known for tracks like 10% and 223.
Now I've not heard too much Glock 9, so let me throw on a little something. He's still got the tag on his jeans. Hang on. He's still got the tag on his jeans, man. He must have known he was catching that RICO case, because he's like, look, I'm not going to spend 900 on a Miris and not be able to return these shits when I go inside. I'm going to need that lawyer money. Alright, he's hard, man. He's hard. He goes in. He
released his first track on SoundCloud in 2017 under the name YBJ Quay, eventually changing his name to Glock 9 after the pistol and the local Orlando news Channel 9, which he's been featured on several times.
So he's named himself after a Glock 9 pistol and the local Orlando news channel, Channel 9, because he's been featured there for crimes numerous times. I mean, he's really doing the feds' work for them here, isn't he? I mean, like, you know, I use a Glock 9, I also appear on Channel 9 numerous times. I also shoot my victims 9 times, and I hide all of the evidence over on 9th Street. I'm not sure how well this RICO case is gonna go.
He released his debut mixtape, Bloodshell's Revenge, in July 2018, and a few days later signed a $2 million deal with Cash Money Records.
No! He signed to Cash Money Records? No bail money, man. He's not getting no bail money. You know Birdman's already done the dash on this fool, right? Birdman's spending all of his streaming money, all of the money that should be going to his bail on nothing but head moisturizer and cheap rent boys.
He was also involved in a violent beef with the crew of another Orlando rapper named
Hot Boy's got that Viagra hairdo, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, how does that stay up? How does it have the structural integrity for those two, I guess they're dreads, to just be pointing straight up, fully erect? Look at him, he's got 3 of them in this one. How does that work? If I was one of the cops that had arrested Hot Boy, I'd probably try and hock a couple of donuts over his head. If you land 3 of them on there, he gets to make bail.
Hot Boy and Glock 9 started out as friends, but while Glock 9 was first blowing up, Hot Boy was behind bars. He set out to be the biggest rapper in Orlando and says that Glock started hating on him because he couldn't take the competition.
This one always irks me because I feel like often is the case that these kind of petty local street city beefs often start when it's like 2 rappers, one of them's doing well, and then another one starts coming up and they just start clashing like there's not space for 2 people. Like, you don't need to compete. People can be fans of both of you and you can both make money. It's such a shame when you see these you see it at the likes of NBA Youngboy and like Fredo Bang, G Money. You see it in all these different states. Foolio, Young and Ace, there's plenty of the pie to go around. There's an entire world out there of people that are going to enjoy your music from both sides of the fence. You don't need to start beefing and killing each other because you think there's only so much musical streaming dollars to go around, man. We're in a new age. It's got to stop.
Glock is associated with a gang called AFNF, or All Family No Friends, while Hot Boy is a part of a group called 438. The war between these two gangs would terrorize the city of Orlando and lead to the deaths of not only affiliates, but also innocent bystanders, including a high school football player, a 14-year-old, and a 3-year-old child who would all lose their lives due to the beef.
God damn it, man. That's one of the most tragic things you hear about these stories. I mean, I don't want anyone to die. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I just want to hear the music and I want to hear an interesting story. Every one of these street beefs, we end up seeing a kid getting killed. I mean, come on, man. It's like that. It's like it's not a proper rap beef. It's not a proper rap city beef unless somebody's 1-year-old gets hit with a stray. I mean, please stop this. Madness.
Authorities also announced that the FBI was watching the two gangs, which were considered the most dangerous in the city. So it wasn't all that surprising when the rapper got hit with the Florida RICO charge in June 2021.
It's like in GTA, right? You can get away from a 3-star wanted level pretty easily. You might be able to get away from the SWAT team on a 4-star wanted level if you really try. Once you got 5 stars, once you got those FBI, those FIB motherfuckers pulling up in the black Suburban, hanging out the side of the car with the sticks, you're screwed, okay? And that's real life too. If you got the FBI on your tail, you got the feds coming at you with the RICO case, it's very unlikely you're getting out without turning snitch.
Glock is being charged with racketeering. Racketeering is a charge that was created to convict mob bosses of crimes that were committed by members of their organization at their command.
You know what's funny? And I've said it myself before, a lot of videos kind of portrays these RICO charges. It's like, these are the same laws that they use to convict people like Al Capone, mob bosses, mafiosos. But at this point, I feel like the RICO laws have been used against rappers more than mafiosos. Hell.
Before getting hit with the RICO charge, Glock 9 was out on bond after being charged with 5 counts of attempted murder. The rapper and an associate named Ballpark allegedly shot up the home of another rival rapper named Cut'em Reese, who is also Glock 9's blood cousin. Reese wasn't home at the time of the shooting, but 5 of his family members were and just barely escaped getting hit.
He shot up the house of his own cousin. Of his own cousin? Was that a mistake? The house of Cut'em Reese, who is also his cousin, he wasn't even at home, so he just peppered up the house and got 5 counts of attempted murder. I'm sorry, but the next Thanksgiving dinner around Glock 9's house is going to be awkward AF.
She told police that her cousin was jealous of Reese because he was building a name for himself in the city, and Glock wanted to be the only poppin' rapper from Orlando.
You shot up the house of a family member because you wanted to be the only poppin' rapper in Orlando? The funny thing about this is it's just like, there's going to be no poppin' rappers in Orlando soon. You're all going to be in the penitentiary. You're going to be the most poppin' rapper in B-Wing.
A new Florida state attorney for the area around Orlando was sworn into office in January 2021.
I'm sorry, but I know that that's not the actual attorney that was sworn in. This stock footage lawyer chick is smoking. She could serve me a few papers if you know what I mean.
Draco was Cut'em Reese's brother, and they are allegedly members of the 3300 gang in Orlando, which also goes by the name Know 'em, Cut 'em, Kill 'em, or KKK.
It's kind of awkward, guys. So there's a group of guys that have already used that name. You guys should go fuck them up. Take the name. Take the name. You Orlando dudes, you should go fuck up the original 3K dudes. I'd like to see that.
Lil Wavy was also out on bond for another charge of aggravated assault with a firearm that stemmed from an altercation at a doctor's office. He and another man allegedly threatened to kill 2 of their ops in front of their own mother.
To be fair, the best place to get popped by your op is the doctor's office. You're already where you need to be. If I'm gonna get popped by an op, doctor's office, please. Realistically, I know it's gangster, but you shouldn't attack someone in front of their mother because their mother's they're gonna snitch. There ain't no street code when it comes to mothers. Like, their loyalties with the kid that come out of them.
On April 14, 2020, an AFNF affiliate named Demetrius Cox shot and killed Wolf Luma at a house party. Luma was not gang affiliated, but he was friends with Hot Boy, and his murder was attributed to the beef. And less than 2 weeks later, AFNF struck again. On April 25th, they shot up Luma's vigil, hitting a high school player named Dexter Rance, as well as 3 others.
So that's 2 people in a row that aren't, that according to this story, and at least I guess according to the news, aren't gang affiliated, but ended up getting killed by pure association. Jeez.
Glock 9 has told the media that the prosecutor's portrayal of him as a mastermind behind the gang is totally inaccurate. He said that all the people he allegedly controls are all older than him, and that AFNF isn't a gang, it's just a brand and record label.
Sorry, what sort of hat is that? What is that on your head? Is that how you hide the glizzy when you're going into the shopping mall? Doesn't take a genius, bro. You go into the airport, they're like, bro, we know there's a glizzy in your hat.
AFNF is an LLC that you created for your rap group?
Yeah, it's like a label. It's like my bank. When I get paid through YouTube and all that stuff, my bank that's when it come under AFNF LLC.
If you're calling your label the same name as the gang that you were running with in the streets, and if that gang committed some crimes or some moiders back in the day, you're setting yourself up for a bit of a business headache there, right?
At this point, it's tough to know what kind of evidence the court has against him because the paperwork is still private. But with all the information that's on public record, it's gonna be pretty tough for the rapper to prove his innocence.
Glock 9 It's not looking good, man. What do you guys think? Do you think that Glock 9 and Hot Boy are going to make it out? They're going to be back on the streets of Orlando, gang banging, making new songs, trying to pop each other, pop in their own families' houses? I mean, what's that all about? Could be a major setback for Orlando rap, or it could be just the beginning. So if this video gets to 100k views, I'll do a full main channel video on the deadly gang war in Orlando. You want to see that? Just like and comment below if you want me to do this on the main channel. Thanks so much for watching. Shout out to all of the patrons for supporting this channel. You guys are legends. Until next time,